What's going on? What's going on, Film Fam? Welcome to a special edition, man. We got the special edition, Willie Jack.
Special.
We in the same building, dog.
Yes, sir, Ski.
Under the same lights, dog.
You know it.
Under the same roof, dog.
And you know that.
You know what I'm talking about, man? It's a special edition, man, of Let the Film Speak. Of course, I am one of your hosts, Chop. Here with my main man, Willie Jack. Willie Jack, how you living?
Feeling good, feeling great. Feeling like a championship. It's Championship Sunday, baby. Ready to rock and roll, man. See what's going on, man. Can't wait to get to it. Can't wait to bust show. You know what I'm feeling.
Hey, you got a long day ahead of you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because we got a lot going on today, man. We got a lot going on, man. We got a fun show for y'all today, of course, we're going to preview the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Why would we have a show on Super Bowl Sunday and not preview the Super Bowl? So we're going to do that for y'all. And then we're going to have a little bit of fun, man. We're going to have a little fun, man.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to embarrass ourselves a little bit.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah.
We're going to embarrass ourselves, man. We had some preseason bold predictions that we're going to run back for y'all, man. We're going to run those back today for y'all. Then we have to check those out, see how those go, see how those went down. And we're going to laugh about it. Because it ain't sound too good with Jack. You know what I'm saying? But it's all right. We'll get to that. But before we do that, we got house rules. And the house rules are the same, man. It's like, it's share, it's subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got time. We ain't even got to the meat and potatoes yet. You know what I'm saying? So before we get into the meat and potatoes, of course, go ahead and do what y'all need to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Become the newest member of the Film Fam. That way you know exactly what me and Willie Jack going on. And of course, don't forget to hit that notification bell. You hit that notification bell, you know what happens? You're in the know. You know exactly what's going on when me and Willie Jack, you know, we cooking up something. You know what I'm saying? When we in the crib, you know, when we whipping up some food up in the kitchen, when we got the drinks going, we got everything. We got plenty of room. We got all that, man. So you do that, and I guarantee you, me and Willie Jack will not let you down. All right, Willie Jack?
Oh, yeah.
We ain't gonna waste no time, dog.
I hope you're ready, bro.
You go hungry. Oh, this first one might be you. Why you talking? So we're gonna get right to it.
I've been first all my life, bro.
All right, man. We're gonna get right to it. So check this out. What we're gonna do, like I said, me and Willie Jack, we had some preseason bowl predictions, and we definitely gonna jump into those. We're gonna play the videos back, and then, hey man, it's natural reactions, man.
Yeah, man.
You probably remember all yours. I remember watching them.
I remember ones I got right. I got like two right now, but I believe.
I think you stretching it, bro. Don't worry. We're gonna get right on to it, man. We're gonna go right into the first one, man. I'm gonna share my screen really quick, so bear with me, and then we're gonna go ahead and get to it. All right, so we're gonna do it just like this. We're gonna go on to the first part.
Let's get into these bold predictions, man. Bold predictions going into the 2022 season, and I'm gonna start it off just like this, man. I'm gonna hit you right upside the head with it. Allen Robinson, wide receiver of the Los Angeles Rams. He going for 1,312 tubs. I'm putting it out there right now. 1,312 tubs, at least. Let's get into these bold predictions.
All right, so look, man. I guess I'll be the first. You know what I'm saying, to explain myself. Okay, of course I came with the Allen Robinson. And y'all gotta remember, man. We gotta go back to the Jaguars days, Willie Jack. We talk about the Jaguars and what Allen Robinson came out and he was showing that he was capable of. I figured, Odell gone, so it's not just you and Cook. That makes too much sense to me. And you got McVay, offensive genius. In my mind, you go over there. It's set up for you to be successful. It is the prime place for you. And what you going to do, man? What did he go and do with it?
But I don't even know. 657 yards. If I had to guess,
if that.
Maybe 3 touchdowns.
If that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what Allen Robinson came to do, man. So, hey, man, I
see the problem.
That's the first bold prediction, you know, and I missed that one. I came on shock.
See, the problem was you were shopping with yesterday's price. You know what I'm saying? Because Jaguars, Allen Robinson, and went out shell back about 2016. That was the problem.
Is that what happened?
That's exactly what it was. You know what I'm saying? Expired. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what the problem was.
Okay. Well, either way, that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I can rock with it. But you know what? Enough about me. let's go into you then. Since we're gonna do that, and you gonna come at me like this, all right, Willie Jack, I got you. Don't even sweat it, brother. Don't even sweat it. Here we go, right here. I got Willie Jacks right here, y'all. Check this out.
Go on, bust him over the head, man. What you got, Willie?
Derrick Henry ain't gonna crack 1,000 yards. I said what I said. I said what I said, Chop.
I like it, baby. I like it.
With the straight face,
dog.
with the straight face, Chop. Boy ain't going for 1,000. I see what I said.
You got to talk to him. I need an explanation for this one. Go on, bust him over the head, man. What you got, Willie?
Derrick Henry ain't gonna crack 1,000 yards. I said what.
Hey. So Willie Jack, you got some explaining to do, sir.
All right. Look, first off, look here. The name of the segment was bold predictions. So I had to come out firing. You know what I'm saying? They told me get off first. You know what I'm saying? If it's ever a doubt, you get off first. I came out firing. In fairness, though, when they traded AJ Green, you still got Ryan Tannehill and nobody else out there. Ryan Tannehill being propped up by AJ Green, and now he's gone. And that line had regressed tremendously. Taylor Lewan, who had a terrible season or injury plague season, he was coming back off the injury. And then we even see when he got back, he wasn't the same guy. And then they lost, I think, 2 starters on that line. And then the third guy they brought in was going to be a rookie. And so I'm thinking, you know what? It was a little strong, but
take your time, bro. Don't worry. We got all night. You can explain this.
For about 4 weeks, it looked like I was on something. And about that first month of the season now, it looked like I was on something. And then he caught his stride to do what he had to do.
Yeah, as Derrick Henry always does, man. You know what I'm saying? He found his stride. I think he finished with 3rd in rushing this year. 3rd in rushing.
I believe
he definitely had over 1,000. Just in case you didn't know. He did.
I went bold.
You know, but you definitely went bold. You didn't let us down with the bold predictions, and I can rock with that all day with you, Jack. We went bold. But yeah, like you said, man, he started off a little rough. He got it going. Hey, it was a wrap from there. So, all right. So, hey, we ain't gonna keep y'all waiting, man. We're gonna go on to the next one. All right, what's the next one, Jack? We're gonna see what this is. This one's surprising.
Oh, and I should tell you.
You good?
I don't know. Chop on the fly. No.
All right, man. But let me go and move on to my second one, man. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I've been hinting at this, you know what I'm saying, all off season, ever since you started with the AJ Brown move. I might as well kind of piggyback off of that. And I'm gonna say it like this: Gardner Minshew, he'll become a starter by week 6 of the season. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. Week 6. All right. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I don't think Hurts is a guy. All right, let me go move on to my second one, man. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
I'm just gonna let that one sit for a minute.
Let that sizzle in your spirit. Let that one marinate.
As we sit here on Super Bowl Sunday, and Jalen Hurts and the Eagles prepare to play in the Super Bowl.
MVP candidate Jalen Hurts.
MVP candidate Jalen Hurts. Your boy Chop said Gardner Minshew was going to be the starter by week 6. Yeah. Give me some time, bro. Let me first start off by saying this. To all my Eagles fans, Jeff, Jarrell, anybody out there that are Eagles fans that heard me say those atrocious words, I just want to say I apologize. Okay, I apologize to the Eagles fan base. I apologize to you, Jalen Hurts, and your wonderful season that you had. And I promise you won't have to worry about nothing else coming from me, man. Nothing else coming from me.
Yeah. Hey, as long as you learned your lesson, boy, I ain't gonna lie. I thought I was a little strong with Derrick Henry, but then you fired back with that. I was like, ooh, wee. Yeah. Ooh, wee.
Yeah, so your boy was rough. That was rough for you, boy. But hey, enough about me, man. Let's move on. We're gonna move on from that one too, man. We're gonna move on from that one too. Let's go to the next movie, Jack. And
man, and
Brad, this is perfect because it's going to actually segue. I was going to save this one, but it's actually going to segue me into another one of my predictions.
Oh, he got the lines in his predictions. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Here you go.
The Eagles and the Steelers. The Eagles and the Steelers, both teams in Pennsylvania, will make their respective championship games. The Eagles are going to the NFC Championship game, and the Steelers are going to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, this really. Hey, that boy. Hey, I need y'all. Hey, his sister still in here. His sister, go with my dog Willie Jack house. I need you to check his cup. Make sure anybody try to drug my dog. My dog on her, he tripping. You know what I'm saying? I love him to death, but he out here tripping.
Brad, this is perfect
There you go, Willie. Well, let me start this off because you was halfway there.
Yeah.
You was halfway there, and I get where you was going with it because you got to look at it like this: the Steelers coming off of the season they had. Of course, we still in the same position. Like the Steelers haven't had a losing season. That's just that. These are things that are still going with the Steelers, and then to know that Ben Roethlisberger, who we watched have a terrible season, him leave and y'all bring in a rookie, but then also bring up a Mitchell Trubisky. It felt like I wouldn't go as far as you did and say the AFC Championship game, but it felt like they could improve, and they didn't necessarily improve. They had their ups and downs and their struggles, which that's what I thought they were going to have. But the Eagles, though, and all the moves they made in the offseason as far as bringing in everybody, and they went. I was about to say something that was going to be inappropriate, but I ain't going to say it. But they went all in.
You know, exactly. Now
so y'all know, whatever. They went all in. Yeah. I'm talking about going against C.J. Gardner. I'm talking about having struggles in the run game, bringing in those two big guys in the middle with Sue and Linval Joseph. And with them bringing over those guys, like I said, they went all in. And now we are, well, afterwards now, they did go to the NFC Championship game, obviously. But the other side, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's the thing was, I absolutely loved that AJ Green move in the draft. Like I absolutely it was the perfect exact piece that they needed. And then I love when he first got in, he hit the ground running. You know, right out the gate, boom, I'm on people's necks. I'm going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So he came in strong. And then just like I said, I love the draft they had, getting Jordan Davis out of Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, adding to that D-line there, N'Kobe Dean, who hasn't made his presence felt yet, but like I said, just all those additions. Honestly, though, man, I drank some of that Mitchell Trubisky Kool-Aid in the offseason. All the reports from him coming out of Buffalo, and also I thought he might have got some of that, you know what I'm saying, Big Josh might have rubbed off on a little bit. But all the reports on Mitch coming out of Buffalo was that, like, oh, that's a brand new guy. They can fix Mitchell Trubisky. You know what I'm saying? He got to Buffalo and got fixed him. You know what I'm saying? Everything with all these glowing reviews. And then, you know what I'm saying, it's a little home cooking too. I had a bit, you know what I'm saying? That's the hand I was dealt, so I'm playing cards. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, okay, we finished the rally, you know, I got where we were. I'm expecting the defense to still come back and do what they did. And honestly, if not for an early injury to TJ Watt, we definitely make the playoffs. I would say, honestly, there's 2 more wins on our record. And then once we get,
you've been saying it.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. And the proof is in the pudding. I think we are like 8-0-1 with TJ. Or we're like, no, I said it wrong. We're like 8-0-1. We're like 0-8-1 without TJ Watt in the lineup. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that real. And so missing him, losing him. But I was thinking, okay, we come back, we find a way to get in, and then once we get in, you know what I'm saying?
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? We can beat that Bengals team. We beat that Bengals team this year that spanked Bills, Big Josh. You know what I'm saying? And so now from there, like getting in there with Patty, or even in the year before as well, we beat that Buffalo Bills team, that Big Josh Buffalo Bills team as well. And those are the two of the 3 top ones in the category or in our conference. And so, you know, we get to Kansas City, and then like I said, now that's tough. That's a tough offer. You know what I'm saying? Especially what we saw in this last AFC Championship game. You know what I'm saying? It's even tougher than you thought. 12-11 in some instances. Some may say, but that be what it will. You know what I'm saying? We in that game though. You know what I'm saying? Right. We could have got to that game. Right. So you know what I'm saying? I thought we could have really been a dark horse sleeper, man. Yeah, but that all it was, it just pushed back. That's all it was. Just looked like bumping the road.
Y'all on your way up?
They was doing construction.
Okay. You
know what I'm saying? Wrap around, we right back. 24 was happening.
But we're gonna see what happens, man. And I actually like y'all Pickett's combination that y'all got. I think that could form into something really nice. You know what I'm saying? Now, what they're doing behind the scenes, I think that a lot of those guys have to put their work in and do what they need to do behind the scenes so that they actually able to, you know, do what they need to do. But we're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? That's at the least we gotta just see how that pans out. All right, Willie Jack, let's keep on going, man. We ain't done. We had 5 bold predictions apiece. You know what I'm saying? So we moving on. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it going. Here we go. All right. So this next here.
All right, but let me come on back, man. Since we being bold, I'm gonna keep on going with it, man. Patriots don't win more than 6 games this year. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Patriots ain't winning more than 6 games. All right, but let me come on back, man. Since we being
so obviously, as y'all can see, your boy missed that one. He came up a little bit short on that one too, and I'm okay with it. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Here was my thing with the Patriots, and the reason why I said that. one, I just didn't have a lot of faith in Mac Jones. I watched enough of Mac Jones, even with him making well, we know what the Pro Bowl. I'm about to stop saying it on our show. He made the Pro Bowl. He made the Pro Bowl. I probably just exited it out. That ain't even that part of my stuff.
This year really did take a lot of the juice off of it, but yeah, it really did.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stop saying it. He made the Pro Bowl. I don't know if that's necessarily an accomplishment nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
When you're telling it, it's still going on the resume.
I mean, it goes on the resume, but I mean, what does that mean nowadays? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's almost like a bachelor's degree.
Blue ribbon.
That's essentially what it is.
It's a blue ribbon.
It's essentially what it is.
Yeah. You
So
participate.
here was my thing with the Patriots. I felt like the Patriots, if anything, got worse because you had one of the better defenses in the league. I mean, we already talked about that. We talked about it a lot of times.
J.C. Jackson had a big year. He leaves in free agency.
Yeah, and they were winning the one specific game against your boy Big Josh Allen. You win a whole football game and threw 3 passes the entire game. You gotta have a dog defense to do something like that. So for me, it was like, okay, you got a dog defense, but you get rid of some of those pieces on that defense. Okay, you didn't really do anything to upgrade your offense. Your offense is still the same, but everybody else on paper though. This is preseason. Remember, on paper got better. Remember, Russell Wilson came over to the AFC. You know what I'm saying? Tyreek had went to the Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? You know who Buffalo was. Buffalo was
coming back after a strong postseason with the Kansas City.
Everybody, the offensive line moves with Cincinnati Bengals before we knew what the offensive line was going to look like. Everybody was making upgrades and bringing more people in and doing all these different things, and the Patriots stayed the same. So I'm like, to me, that just means they're going to fall a little bit short. They're going to fall a little bit short. Now, don't get me wrong. They didn't have a tremendous season. You know what I'm saying? They didn't come in here and just light it up this year and win 11, 12 games. No, what they win? 8 games. You know what I'm saying? So I was 2 games off, but I just felt like the Patriots were going to fall down a little bit more and be something that we're not used to seeing the Patriots being. You know what I mean? In that sense. But hey, you gotta give credit to Bill, man. Now, Bill is a mastermind, dog.
That's what I was gonna tell you. See, it's 5 words that told me you was out your mind when you said that, and that's Big Bad Boogeyman Bill. Big Bad Boogeyman Bill don't lose Big Bad Boogeyman Bill don't lose 11 games in the season, bro.
Hey, bro,
it don't happen,
bro. That's a tongue twister.
Big man, big. Oh man, hey, say it 2 times.
You couldn't say it 2 times.
If you would have made me know it was a touch was, I could have rattled it off. I ain't gonna be able to say it slow now.
Not no more.
Bill ain't going for that. You know what I'm saying? And then honestly, I bet you, I don't know what I said in the clip, but in the clip, if it was my response probably at the time was, "Boy, you crazy? Big Bad Boogeyman Bill ain't going for that." I probably said something to that effect because he ain't. But you know, it definitely everything else that you said though was definitely true. Like they didn't make any moves. They lost with at the time, which would be their best defensive player on a defensive-led team in Jason Jackson. Now, Jason Jackson gets paid and goes to Sunny California
and steal that money. And he stole it.
Hey man,
he stole that
bread. Highway robbery.
Get paid. He stole that bread.
Man, get paid. But yes, sir. And so I do see where you was going. But saying Big Bad Boogeyman Bill, boom, was gonna lose double-digit games, but I couldn't do that. I couldn't go that far with you. I couldn't go that far with you.
Hey, that's why they call it bold, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's why they call it bold.
For sure.
All right, let's go on to
the
the
next. I forgot about that, but too, golly.
Yeah, dog, your boy. Yeah. All right, let's go on to the next one, Jack. Let's do this one. All right, what we got here?
So I'm gonna take it easy, man. I feel like I've been busting your head a little bit, man. So I'm gonna take it easy on this next one, man. JT, man, Jonathan Taylor going for 2K. JT2K. You heard it here first, man. 1,800 in his rookie year, 2,000 in his second year. So I'm gonna take it easy, man. I feel like I've been busting your head a little bit, man. So I'm gonna take it easy on this next one, man. JT, man, Jonathan Taylor going for 2K. JT2K.
All right, now let me explain.
Go ahead and explain, bro. Go ahead.
The boy came out and he got his Eric Dickerson on. You know what I'm saying? That was the inspiration. 1,800 in the rookie year, and then Eric Dickerson set the rushing record that still stands today. You know what I'm saying? AP could have got it there to get the boy one more carry. We ain't gonna talk about it. But you know what I'm saying? The record is still holds today. 2105, I think it is like 2105. But yeah, I believe it was 2105. And he did that in his second year. And so JT, the way he looked, and especially the way he got going, because if we remember, he started that season a little slow. I think he really got cooking probably like week 3, week 4, or somewhere in that mix, if I'm remembering right. And so at the time, I'm thinking, okay, that offensive line, Quentin Nelson was looking like a man child. He was a vending machine on legs that was moving. You know what I'm saying? And he moved furniture around this thing. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking, okay, that line returned, I think for the most part. They still have, Kelly at center. I think Braden Smith was still there. Or you know what? Maybe Braden Smith retired this. One of the tackles, I think, ended up retiring to start this year. And then also the addition of Matt Ryan, which I thought was going to play a lot better than it did. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, well now you can keep the defenses honest to a certain extent. If Matt can do it, I wanted him to do. And then, like I said, I anticipated him just maintaining that momentum and rolling. And then, not even close. I don't know what he finished with.
He finished about 800, I think 861 yards, 4 touchdowns. Now, granted, I mean, to be fair, he did face a few injuries. I don't think he wasn't going to get to 2,000. Even if he stayed healthy, just by the way that the offensive line looked at, our offensive line, like you said, took a step back, and it just wasn't the same team. That offensive line was a dominant offensive line until this past season. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
that team just fell off a cliff. Like, it just feels like they didn't have any major losses. Like, they didn't lose to J.C. Jackson, or they didn't, lose a couple key pieces. You bring in a piece, you know what I mean? But like I said,
at the time, that's why it's preseason.
That's a fact.
Because everything was on paper. Nothing was playing out yet. Everything was on paper.
Yeah.
So,
damn, JT money. I still love you though, dog.
Hey, but you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he had a bounce back season. This season coming back up, he bounces back and he runs for 16, 18, something like that, around that area, 15 touchdowns. I could definitely see that. You know what I'm saying? He has all the skills. We've seen that. So,
oh yeah.
And it wouldn't surprise me if he had that bounce back, Willie Jack.
You can bank it. Yeah, you can bank on it. He's gonna be super motivated.
For sure. All right, let's go on to the next one, Willie Jack. Let's see what's going on.
So I'm gonna take it easy, man. I feel like I've been busting your head a little bit, man. So I'm gonna take it easy on this next one.
We not gonna do that.
Willie Jack, I'm gonna keep busting their head, and I talked to y'all about this guy earlier in the season too. You know what I'm saying? Justin Fields makes a Pro Bowl this year. He makes the Pro Bowl. Willie Jack, I'm gonna keep busting their head. And I talked to y'all about this guy earlier in the season too. You know what I'm saying? Justin Fields makes a Pro Bowl this year. He makes the Pro Bowl. Willie Jack.
Did you hear that, Willie Jack?
I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was a plum fool when you said that. I gotta get you. I was at the time, like I was like, man, there's just kind of like you said. Sometimes the Pro Bowl ain't it's namesakes for one. You know what I'm saying? It's almost sometimes certain guys can get grandfathered in. That's why we see T.J. Watt making it. We're only playing 5 games this year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, okay, like 2 of those spots out the door was gone in my mind. And then plus that team, I didn't think they were going to perform. The team itself didn't perform well, but I didn't think it was a chance. It was on something.
I felt where you was coming from, but that's like I said, it's bold. You know what I'm saying? It's a bold prediction because before the season started again, before Aaron Rodgers had this season, he came off with 2 back-to-back MVPs. People felt like Aaron Rodgers was still going to be Aaron Rodgers. So that's one spot gone.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got, let me see, off the top of my head,
Stafford defending Super Bowl champ. You know what I'm saying? Now before the season unfolded like it did, but he would have.
And then you got Tom Brady coming off back-to-back 40 touchdown seasons. You know what I'm saying? So we felt like, I don't know, that's iffy, but that's what makes it bold. And that's what makes me so smart. Evaluating this talent. So this is the thing that I saw from Justin Fields, and I felt like he was dangerous because we've seen. Now, let's get this straight. I didn't expect him to do all the things he did with his legs that we saw from him this particular year. Like, I didn't expect him to do all of those things, but at the same time, he was fully capable, And I thought he was going to develop more as a passer than he did this year. And now here's the crazy part, Willie Jack, and this is what we call it, let the film speak, right? Because, Justin Fields went out there, he made him a Pro Bowl, but I feel worse about Justin Fields after this year than I did about him going into the 2022 season. Here's the reason. You just finished your rookie year. Okay. You showed glimpses of being able to throw. Okay. Your second year, I'm expecting you to grow as a passer and as a NFL quarterback in that particular area. Okay. to me, I didn't see that growth in terms of being that drop back passer, the guy that can read coverage, the guy that can do what you need him to do in the pocket versus just being an athletic quarterback or a quarterback. Like we said, it's a difference between being an athletic quarterback or a quarterback that's athletic.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Those two different things. So what I saw from him this year was just an athletic quarterback. You know, a guy that's just using his athletic ability to do whatever he needed to do and run around and get all these extra rushing yards and all this type of stuff. But as far as him being able to develop and see the field and do the things he needs to do as a quarterback, I didn't see that, which means he's becoming more of a one-trick pony. A guy that's just
and that's fair. And that was my criticism of him, even like throughout the season, even when he started having success, so much success, like with his legs. And that was one of the things that I kept tempering his like performances. You know what I'm saying? Because he was putting up highlight plays, but they weren't highlight quarterback plays. You know what I'm saying? And so a guy that could give you 160 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns, he threw for 87 yards that game.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? Like 9 for 24 for 87 yards, but 16 for 157 and 2 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? And a win. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? So I'm with you on that. Now, one thing I will say though is that offense. Well, first off, that roster, especially offensively, or on both sides of the ball, especially now that they kind of had a little fire sale there to kind of gear up to bring in new young talent, but that roster's not doing him any favors, and that offensive scheme isn't doing him any favors as well. Because what I see now is a guy, let's say that offense wanted him to beat Kirk Cousins. Instead, they need to let him beat Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? Because as far talent, he's a superior talent to Jalen Hurts. Sure. And I hate always knocking Jalen Hurts, man, because he's such a lunch pill, blue collar guy. But if we stack up their pedigree, just all the way from since both these guys play football, they're roughly the same age, all the way up and through to where they make it to the league. Justin Jefferson has been considered the higher pedigree player this whole time. And so
I know you're talking about Justin Fields.
Oh damn, Justin Fields.
I got you, bro.
Appreciate you, my dog. But so talent for talent, just raw talent for talent, strip everything away. Justin Fields is gonna win. He's faster. He's got the bigger arm, he's more agile, he's more explosive. I think he's a little bigger as well. I think Justin Fields is 6'3". And so he's the bigger, stronger, faster athlete of the two. Yeah. But that's why that only gets you so far, because Jalen Hurts is going to win in most metrics against anybody. Hard work, his temperament. I love hearing him speak. You know what I'm saying? He stays on smooth jazz, 88.9 KJLU. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know what that is, but you know what I'm saying? That's that, you know what I'm saying, that quiet storm. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, just Jalen Fields looks like he don't get above a 4 for nobody. You know what I'm saying? You can listen closely, you don't hear what I say, or you miss it. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't got time to go back and forth. Like he's just his demeanor is excellent, and a guy that he wants to go out and back it up with the work. He don't want to tell you nothing like.
And shout out to the ladies for recognizing Jalen Hurts, man.
Oh man, yeah. Hey, shout out
to his recognition.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
The wife definitely a fan. Yeah. The wife is definitely.
Shout out for getting your recognition, Jalen.
Yeah, for sure. And his team, an all-woman team, or you know, in a lot of those key roles, and so kudos there, man. And so, which is another just commendable thing. Now, I don't necessarily think he went out intentionally just to build or do that, but the fact that he just went out and found what he felt to be the best team for him, and then we look up and there's 6 women around him. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he felt the most qualified. And so that's commendable as well, and also just speaks to his character, because that might be a thing where someone else might just look like, oh man, I got 3 women. Man, and get some guys in there, bounce this thing back out. And so just everything about Jalen Hurts, man, I love as a player, and even more so as a person, you know what I'm saying, from afar as a fan. But I say that to say, now the thing for the Bears, because we saw in that second half stretch, or that second half run when Fields wasn't able to be so successful, okay, well now build on that. Really lean into that. Really dive into that. You know what I mean? We've seen it happen with these Eagles now, Lamar and his Ravens. If that's what you've got, then okay, commit to that. Don't force a round peg into a square hole. You know what I'm saying? Change the hole. You know what I'm saying? Or change the board. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he's going to be what he is. And so now let's make it so that he fits in, as opposed to the other way around. And so if they do that, then I think he can take that next step like you're thinking. But if not, then just like you said, then it's still bad.
And that's what separates good coaches, You know what I'm saying? From bad coaches. You know, the coach is able to put their players in the best position possible.
Exactly.
So I'm with you on that.
Exactly.
We ain't need this yet, man, but let's go ahead and touch on a couple of these comments, man. Miles in the building, man. Shout out to Miles, man. Day one game in the building. Miles, appreciate you tuning in, bro. We got Tom in the building.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you for checking in, man. We got who else we got here?
I know Sisters in the building. I seen her earlier. What's going on? Mom Duke's in the building. What's going on, Mama?
They in the building. They in the building. We appreciate it. And Miles came in. He said, "Man, Fields was cheeks, man. That's
it's
a little strong.
That's
Man.
a little strong.
That's a little strong. I don't think Fields was cheeks for sure. You know what I'm saying? Fields definitely showed that he
He was LeBron before he got a jumper. You know what I'm saying? An insane athlete. Most times when he walks into a field or a court, he's the best athlete on the field.
On the field.
Now it's LeBron to get that jumper to with Miami. You know what I'm saying? But so Justin Fields is still, you know what I'm saying, he can still get there. It's still early enough to where he can still learn and progress and get to those things.
So basically, what I just heard from what you just said was Michael Jordan the greatest. That's all I heard.
No, because see, Michael Jordan came in and averaged 35. You know, so it's different.
Oh,
yeah, so it's different.
It's levels.
Yeah, it's levels.
It's levels too.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's levels.
Okay, we wanted to make sure that was clear.
That was clear. And not only did he come in and average 35, he was defensive player of the year that year as well.
He was.
It's the same year.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know if Brown got one of those. I don't know if he got one of those. He's had some good ones though.
Do he have 10 scoring titles?
I don't think he do.
My fault. What is that? This is a football show. I'm sure.
Oh, you so right.
It's a football show.
My bad.
We apologize.
Yeah. We just appreciate championship pedigree.
That's all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all. And I've been saying since last night, I know 2 MJs and both of them the greatest. Anyway, I'm going to keep on going, though, because we still got some more stuff going on. Here we go. So, we got more, man. We ain't done with it. We ain't done. Jack.
Now this one is a little extended, right? It's a little extended. So it's more so, I guess it's this year, I guess, but then it also trails into next year. So I'm talking about Lamar Jackson. So Lamar Jackson, as we all know, is still without a contract. Now, my bold prediction is I don't think that Lamar Jackson signs this year with the Baltimore Ravens, and I think he pulls a page out of his homeboy. What's that dude's name? Joe Flacco. He pulls a page out of Joe Flacco's book, and he plays on this last year or whatever, and then he comes back and hits them boys full-fledged over the head like Joe Flacco did. Now, when Joe Flacco did it, he got super hot, amazing playoff run, ended up winning the Super Bowl against Kaepernick's 49ers, and then came back and set the market. I think history repeats itself. Well, not as far as the Super Bowl. Now, this one.
So, Willie Jack, based off of that one, man, I feel like you was
a visionary. That's the word you were looking for. Visionary.
I wasn't going net for.
Oh, okay.
I ain't giving you that credit. Your head already big enough. So I wasn't going that far. But I will say, Willie Jack, you was on something to this. Because here's the thing. When we know how this thing goes when it comes to quarterbacks, right? Especially if you got a quarterback that I don't want to say you can't replace him, but it's like it's a quarterback where he ain't easy to come across. Yeah. You just ain't going to the draft and coming across a quarterback like this with this caliber, with this capability, with these capabilities.
This like his ability, his skill set is very unique to him.
Exactly.
He's the Tyreek of quarterbacks. There's one Tyreek in this league. You know what I'm saying? There's one Lamar. Because there's guys that run around. There's fast guys. There's one Tyreek. There's guys that can run. There's one Lamar. The way he does it, the way he's able to do, like
nobody plays game the way he
does. So he's one of one. He really is.
Right. So when going into the season, it's like, oh man, they gotta pay him. Like I don't see it happening any other way. You gotta pay this man. He is your franchise. You know what I'm saying? He is like you always say, the unanimous MVP. You know what I mean? He is that. So you have to find a way to give this man the bread he wants. It's almost regardless of what he wants. You got to give him the bread.
No, because you've got to open the big man. Because just like we were saying for Justin Fields, his skill set and the way he plays the ball and the way he plays at a high level to be successful, it's so unique to him that he's not as replaceable realistically as a more traditional just drop back passer. Like, you'll replace Trevor Lawrence, you'll replace Kirk Cousins, you'll replace Justin Herbert, you'll replace these guys before you replace Lamar Jackson, because you can't just plug and play somebody else. You know what I mean? We can plug and play a guy that's going to drop back and make 5-step reads and read sale concepts. We can find a guy to do that. We can't find a guy to run wishbone veer option. You know what I'm saying? And to go from 0 to 60 in 2.9. He's the only one. And so that's what we said about Justin Fields. To the credit of Baltimore, they got that guy and they went all in. They got that guy, and now everybody that's been there, everybody in that scheme, everything's been done to fit him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go through what Michael Vick did in those early days in Atlanta.
Right.
You know what I mean? Michael Vick was never going to be Kerry Collins. You know what I'm saying? He was never going to be Troy Aikman. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what kind of what he played through, what he went through. Well, Lamar, in hindsight, being 2020 when it is, Baltimore did the right thing. And so, but in doing that, you also gave him the keys to that kingdom. You know what I mean? So like he's the juice that makes the car go.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so without him, and so that's why I say he has all the leverage. The fact that he didn't get paid told me that the deal wouldn't get done. Because quarterbacks don't go into these style seasons if the team is going to break the bank. The last guy we saw had to stand off with a team like this was Kirk Cousins. And we had that because Kirk Cousins, he's Kirk Cousins. He's good. He's not great. He's never going to be great. He could be very good. He'll go from good to very good.
He'll show flashes. Of like, oh.
He'll flash a B+, and you'll think, damn, he's almost at an A-. Nah, he just get to a B+, and then it'll cap out. And so that's when you see this happen. But when you have a guy, Andrew Luck didn't wait to get paid. Josh Allen didn't wait to get paid. He got paid in year 3. He got paid in
Pat Mahomes didn't wait to get paid.
Not only did they not wait to pay him, they locked him up for the next decade. You know what I mean? Because when you've got a guy, when he's your guy, then the money's no object.
As long as Pat Mahomes is in the building, they have a Super Bowl window, which means yes, I'm paying.
Exactly.
And right now, Lamar Jackson gives the Baltimore Ravens the best chance.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Headed into this season, they were one of the few teams that realistically who said, okay, this is a team that can compete for a Super Bowl.
Good.
You know what I mean? Like the playoffs are a foregone conclusion. You know, assuming, you know what I'm saying, health and everything else before that comes into play. But this is the team that legitimately you can say, okay, they could have been playing today.
For sure.
And so exactly. So you got to pay that guy. When they didn't, I was like, okay, yeah, no. That tells me the money wasn't right. And then Lamar, for what we know about Lamar, he's not scared to buck the trend. He's not scared to go against the grain. He didn't hire an agent. Y'all got to call my mama. Y'all want to talk to me. I'm not gonna run a 40. You see my film? I'm fast.
Y'all know that. I ain't gonna run no 40 and show y'all fast.
Show me somebody who caught me and I'll run a 40. You know what I'm saying? Like when somebody catches me, I'll start running about 40. You know what I'm saying? And so that tells me, like, oh no, this guy don't fold. Don't fold, don't bend, don't break, won't break. You know what I'm saying? So that tells me that. And so yeah, he wasn't gonna just take the number. He's exactly so outside this kind of
not to mention the $250 million that his somebody else got in his same division.
Who ain't did what I did and who ain't played ball in 2 years. Boy, you crazy.
If you think I'm taking anything less.
Hey, I see Marcus Spears on ESPN said the same thing. They asked him. He said, man, what do you do for Lamar Jackson? Book the first flight to Cabo and chill. You know what I'm saying? Because sitting this year don't mean anything. When Deshaun Jackson in your division and who ain't did what you ain't did, ain't been where you been, he comes back and go fully guaranteed for $235. Not a penny less. You know what I'm saying? Not a penny less. You feel me?
Yeah. So, but yeah, to say the least, Willie Jack, you want something right here. Now, if the Baltimore Ravens go ahead and pay Lamar Jackson, then you all the way right, because this is when they're supposed to pay him now.
Oh yeah,
this is when he's supposed to get this bag.
It's so, either he break the bank or it's done so. And you know what that number look like?
What it look like?
300. 300.
For how many years?
I'm doing quick math in my head.
Don't worry about it. I'll put you on the spot.
I'm doing quick math in my head. 7 years.
7.
Yeah, because that's not 50.
What did Pat Mahomes? Pat was 500 for 10.
Yeah, the face value was 50 a year, or 45 a year, I believe.
Right.
I got you. 45 years. So I don't think it'll be that number. But let's say, but it's more than Russ. More than Russ for sure. I think Russ is like 42. Or he's somewhere 40. So it's going to be more than Russ, or at least, and honestly, here's the thing about that as well. That Mahomes deal is 3 years old now. You know what I'm saying? Because A Ryan hit 50. as a 38-year-old, you know what I'm saying, 38-year-old guy. So you know what? I'm not. You know what? My contract starts at Aaron Rodgers.
I got a question for you.
Real talk.
I got a question for you. Mm-hmm. Are we starting to see quarterbacks ruin the market the same way they say running backs have?
No, Zeke ruined the market. The same way that Zeke ruined the market.
Hey man, don't try to just because you a Steelers fan, don't try to knock out Le'Veon Bell in this way.
No, because Le'Veon Bell came after them. Zeke and Ty Gurley who ruined the market. Because Ty Gurley got paid and then got hurt right after that, and then they fell into that argument of this is why you can't pay the running back. But you know what I'm saying? And then Zeke as well.
Here's my point. Even if you want to point out a specific person, we just saw Russell Wilson.
Okay.
We saw Deshaun Watson. Now I don't care if he's been off how many years. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to. Well, he needs to step up this year for sure. Yeah. But
I ain't gonna charge him this one.
I know, but even after a few games under his belt, we expected to see more. You know what I'm saying? He got. I'm not got money.
No, he definitely.
He got one of them ones money that you talk about. He got one of them ones money.
He definitely did.
Then he was another guy you just mentioned who got paid. You been talking about Kirk Cousins. Or organizations starting to feel like, hey man, I'm not gonna just break the bank for no guy that ain't proved nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because even with Lamar Jackson being the guy that he is in terms of his athletic ability and all the different things that he did, like, and then Tom, right on time, I appreciate you coming here, man. He said Aaron got 50 years.
I just seen it, yeah.
But like even with Lamar Jackson being the guy that he is, he ain't won nothing. Worth noting, you know what I'm saying? You went to the playoffs. Kirk Cousins just went to the playoffs. Dak Prescott just went to the playoffs.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like, why should, as an organization, right? If you were, forget everything else. Mm-hmm. Forget that you're a Steelers fan too. Mm-hmm. If you are an organization, do I pay Lamar Jackson, knowing his skill set, his style of play? He's also been injured the last couple years. A few games of the year. Do I really want to pay him that $250, that $300 that you're saying?
Yes, because that's the leverage that we give quarterbacks. Once we establish that you're a franchise quarterback, you've got the organization by the short and curves, and there's no other way around it. You know what I mean? That's
short and curly.
Hey, you got him where you want him. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, this dude off the chain, man. Go ahead, bro.
But that's the leverage we give quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? So like, and there's no other way around it. And to deny that or to say anything else would be one asinine and you'd be a bald-faced liar. And so that is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna change the way the system works, and we're definitely not gonna change it on Lamar. And so whether or not we think we can, whether or not he's injured, whether or not he hasn't won the Super Bowl yet, etc. doesn't mean anything because how many of these guys get paid right? Aaron Rodgers signed for $50 million. He ain't been to the Super Bowl in 12 years.
But this you know what I'm saying? But it's the point I'm making though, Willie Jack. Cleveland. Let's talk about Cleveland.
Okay.
Cleveland is a bad organization. People would say that.
They're a bad organization.
Like have they improved from what we've seen? Yes. But what I'm saying is these are bad organizations, and they paid a guy that much money who hasn't played. So
who didn't accomplish much at his last organization.
Why should I feel pressure as an organization to follow suit of an organization who ain't getting nothing? That's what I'm asking.
No, I get what you're saying, but I think you're looking at the question the wrong way. The fact that Deshaun could not play football for 2 years, and then when he played, the last team he played for was 3 games under 500. The fact that guy comes back and signs a record-breaking, fully guaranteed contract with a bidding war. It wasn't just the Browns willy-nilly, a bidding war between him, the Falcons. It was the Browns. The Browns and the Falcons were the final two, but there were a couple other teams in on that mix, but they couldn't pony up the cash. But the Falcons and the Browns were there, and the Browns, to bring that deal home, went fully guaranteed. And then that way, that's when Atlanta had to call back to Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan said, nah, I'm good. And then they sent him to Indy, and then maybe they dodged bullet there anyway. Maybe not, because you put an old fish in new water. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So we'll still see. But be that as it may, I'll let that go. But that's what I'm saying. So the market dictates value. The market tells us that quarterbacks don't need to win a Super Bowl. Quarterbacks don't need to be an MVP. Quarterbacks don't need to be an all-pro. to go 235 for
Well,
guaranteed.
All Pro as a quarterback. Now that's the one I'll be like, huh? Because there's only one.
But what I'm saying is, for 235 fully guaranteed, he didn't have none of those accolades. You feel me? Okay. And so so we can't throw that at Lamar because we've just seen it done. Not only did we see it done, we seen it done up the street. You know what I'm saying? Because the Baltimore Ravens
are our own division.
The Baltimore Ravens are the original Cleveland Browns.
Right.
Which is another just weird string or dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Baltimore, like Cleveland, they had a 30 for 30 about how the original Cleveland Browns had to sneak out of town at like midnight. They loaded up and everything and drove to Baltimore to escape town. That's how they got to Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? So none of the things they can argue have anything to do with anything.
So is he staying there?
He's leaving. Unless it's 300.
300.
Unless it's 300. 300.
You
feel me?
All right, Willie Jack.
With a G thing on it.
We've been on that one, man. Let's go to another one, Willie Jack. We see like maybe a couple more, and then we gotta get into the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, let's get it.
We definitely gotta get into the Super Bowl. We got a couple more bold predictions that we made. Having a little man.
But my last one, man. I'm roll with this one, Willie Jack, real quick. I'm gonna throw this one on out there. And this one, I'm definitely gonna get Willie with this one because Willie ain't gonna he ain't gonna want to hear this one at all. I could keep it, you know what I'm saying, real simple, but nah, ain't no fun unless you go bold.
Come on with it.
Julio Jones, 1,000 yards this season. I'm putting it out there right now. Julio going for a rack.
Man, that ain't even a lot of yards. Ain't a lot of yards
for a third receiver.
So everybody get 1,000?
Huh?
So all three of them get 1,000?
If that's what you say. If you want to put it, Julio getting 1,000. But my last one, man, I'm roll with this one, Willie.
That mean they balling. Well, as y'all can see, I don't have to say much about that one.
Oh, wait. Let me tell you what I remember about that.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and talk to me, bro.
Because I think after you made that prediction, I followed up with an on-the-spot prediction that the boy wouldn't play more than like 7 games. And I think that might have came true.
I think he played more than 7 games. He got 10. He got 10 under his belt.
Man, he had 2 games where he suited up and ran 2 plays. He had at least 2 of them games. He had at least 2 games he played 2 minutes. Yeah. 4 of them games he had a combined 10 minutes played in 4 of them games. What was the yards what the yard shake out to?
My boy had 299 yards.
Talk about what was the money like? I want to know what he got paid for that. I wonder if they gave that boy 10,000 a yard. No, what 100,000 a yard? Yeah, that's $300,000. That's probably the league minimum. So if he got a league minimum deal, he got 100,000 a yard.
Well, look, man, I ain't gonna spend too much time on this one. Julio Jones obviously didn't crack 1,000 yards. I know, but we're gonna let it ride because you my dog. Don't worry about him. We do football. We don't do math.
Exactly. We do football. We don't do math.
Do football. We don't do math. But it's okay though.
That's okay.
But yeah, Julio ain't cracked 1,000, man. He struggled staying on the field, of course. But then even when he was on the field, the Bucs offense, this as a whole looked a lot worse than what we kind of all expected. Like, of course, Tom Brady looked bad. Everything on that offense didn't look like the previous 2 years, the 40 touchdown years from Tom Brady that we saw from Tom Brady and the 5,000 or 4,000 yard passing seasons. Like, it was totally different from that. And
well, a lot of that kind of similar to the Colts. That offensive line situation completely deteriorated.
Yeah, they got a lot of injuries too.
Yeah, they got a lot of injuries, and they lost a couple pieces. They lost a starter to Cincinnati. Cincinnati took their center, and then I think they had a guy retire. Yeah, Ali Marpet retired relatively young. I think he was 29, 30. And so he retires, and then he was your left guard. Then you lose your starting center to the Bengals. And then Tristan Wirfs gets a little banged up. Donovan Smith on the left side gets a little banged up. So that line was a mess. And then the running game fell apart. So Leonard Fournette had the year before, he had been viable. You know what I mean? So he had been a very viable, solid guy.
But I think that was part of the offensive line problems. The reason why Leonard Fournette couldn't do it. I don't think it was necessarily Leonard Fournette as a whole, but more so because of the offensive line and how it broke down that he couldn't be successful.
No,
because to me, Leonard Fournette wasn't doing them much he didn't ball to the playoffs. That's why he got the name playoff
Lenny.
Because he wasn't really doing anything during the season anyway. But go ahead.
Well, no, but I was gonna say as well, like the offensive line was an issue, but Leonard Fournette also regressed because the backup guy who we didn't know about until about week 8 or 9, he got in. Rashad White. There you go. Shout out to you, sir. He got in and looked the better of the two behind that same porous offensive line and that same struggling pass game, and he still looked better at times. He stole some starts because you know what I'm saying. And so the line definitely had a lot to do with it. The passing game being another ancillary detriment to that team because of the it all kind of put teams back together, the elbows next to the ankle bone. You know what I mean? But in cahoots with poor performance in the passing game and a poor offensive line, you also had poor performance from Lenny. You also have some playoff Lenny as well.
Got it. All right. Well, Jack, we got one more, man. We got one more. All right. And then we're going to get on to the Super Bowl, man. We're going to get into the Super Bowl. Come on. We're going to talk about that, man. We're going to break that game down. But let's go ahead and get to this last one, Willie Jack. And here we go. Last one.
Let me go ahead and give you my last one, man. I'm going to go ahead and go out with a little bit of a bang. Bengals not making the playoffs, Chop. Straight face.
I don't know, bro.
Bengals not making the playoffs, bro. Bengals not making the playoffs. You heard it here first. I done said what I said.
Explain this one, dog.
Let me go ahead.
Don't put your head down now.
We live?
I think that camera's still on, bro. The camera's still on.
All right.
But hey, look, it's all good. I get it. Light it in a bottle. Even you know what? Here's the crazy thing. And I be talking to people about this all the time. And when me and Willie Jack, we talked about contenders, right? When you get into the playoffs, I feel like more teams are considered contenders than not. And the reason why I say it is because at any moment, if you get hot or whatever the case may be, you can get there. Nobody expected the Bengals to even be in the Super Bowl last year. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? When they got there, they barely squeaked past the Raiders for the first and foremost.
Right at the gate. It was a question of call.
And when they squeaked past the Raiders, everybody was like, oh, yeah. The way Tennessee was rolling, and that powerhouse, it was like, oh, yeah, they definitely losing to Tennessee because Derrick Henry's coming to town. You know, oh, yeah, I got to go see Derrick Henry. And going through there, that ain't no joke.
Even in that game, he got sacked 10 times.
He got sacked 10 times, but that defense, with the takeaways and stuff like that, kept them in the game. And it was like, okay, cool. And then it was like, all right, now we got to go see Pat Mahomes. They ain't getting past Pat Mahomes a second or third time. No, they ain't having early in the season. The Chiefs go up. Oh, yeah. They almost blowing the Bengals out. And then out of nowhere, Joe Beasley.
Cool.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
You know, all them guys, out of nowhere, they start lighting it up. So for me, it's like, if you can get there, then, hey, man, you got a chance. You got an opportunity. And this year, I was like, okay, they got all these offensive line weapons, and they brought them, and then what did Jack say? Well, I'm
gonna tell you now. Another thing I said about that line. First thing I said about that line is it looked real good on paper. You know what I'm saying? Because the proof got to be in the pudding, and that line still was an issue. But another thing as well, because I was looking for things to go bold with, and there's a stat out there that the Super Bowl losers. Like I think I can't remember the numbers now. I'm gonna make up a number. I'm gonna make up a stat.
Go ahead. It's your
85%
is your
of Super Bowl losers don't make the playoffs that next year. There's a real stat to that effect. I don't know what the number is, but it is I guess the majority of Super Bowl losers tend to not make the Super Bowl again. And so I'm thinking, okay, that run did feel a little magical. You know what I'm saying? It was a little Rudy-ish. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Rudy was that movie.
Hey, but as I'm saying, it was a little Rudy.
That movie.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Rudy used to be my movie. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, film fam. When I got older and watched Rudy, I might have. I don't know how we gonna prove it. Y'all can't prove it. I might have shit it half a tear. But when y'all can't prove it, though.
Confession from your dog.
Straight from my mouth.
Never seen Rudy. That's my confession. I just know it's an underdog story. I just know it's an underdog story.
He used a reference, and
I just know it's an underdog story. Rudy is synonymous with underdogs and people who shouldn't make it and shouldn't even be here. I just knew the reference. I ain't never watched the movie. I ain't gonna lie. I've never seen Rudy.
Excuse me, film fan.
I feel bad. I've seen most all
Please send my
historical
dog.
football movies, but that
Please send my dog the Rudy movie. He needs to watch it because it's classic. Especially with him being how are you a football fan and you haven't seen Rudy?
Man, they said it was a 5'8", 130-pound kicker who walks on at Notre Dame and starts a running back or something crazy like that. I was like, man,
Yeah, I think he actually played a little bit of DN.
Oh, was it D? Hey, what was this? You know what I'm saying? What was the cross chop like? Yeah. Nah, ain't no way. ain't no way. But nah,
You need to watch it though. That's all I'm gonna say. You need to go and watch it, bro. You need to go watch it. Comment here, man. Really trick. Real quick. We got our dog Real Deal.
SDL Sports in the building, man. Hold it down. Appreciate you, my dog.
Real Deal in the building, man. He said, "Hey, man, that was more capped in my collection. Hey, he be doing
one thing about our dog
dog.
Skinny. If y'all know James Skinny, I ain't gonna put your full cover in. My bad, dog. But the boy keep a lot of hats. I tell you that. Yeah, so the boy keep a lot of hats. If I'm careful like that, then I gotta talk to somebody. But I got a problem. Yeah.
For sure. Hey, man, what is that?
Yeah.
We just hit all our preseason bowl predictions. You know what I'm saying? That only leaves us one thing left to do. But before we jump into that, Willie Jack, I think it's about time you talk to him, man. This the first time. This the first time we can do this live, dog, right in front of each other's face. I think it's about time you talk to him. Let him know what's going on, man. We gotta pay these bills, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We gotta pay these bills. Where's my camera? This one?
There you go.
Okay,
I think it's there right there.
Today's episode
Talk to him.
of Chop Willie in the morning. Of Let the Film Speak, brought to you by the beautiful and wonderful, handsomely intelligent brother, Chop Willie Jack. It's brought to you by the Three Amigos, man. We're going back a long way, man. That's like, that shirt, that subscribe. What is that, Chop? Tell them one time for me, man. The Three Amigos. Who's the Three Amigos, big dog?
Hey, that's like, that's shirt, and that's subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe, what I just told you. Now, everybody knows it's Three Amigos, but it's a 4-part process, big dog. First, you just got to tap in with my dog. Tap in with the OG, man. That's like, that, share, subscribe. That just gets you in the door. Then you got to tell a friend. Like, share, subscribe. Hi, the OG. Tell a friend. Then tell your friend to tell his friend.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Tell your friend to tell his friend, and tell your friend's friend to bring one more, because we need 4, man. Bring them down here, up here to the penthouse. Y'all know what's going on, man. You see the clips my daughter had. You see the wonderful ambiance and the beautiful vibes that's going on in the building. Bring them up top to the penthouse, man, and come in and kick it with your dogs, man. Chop Willie in the morning, man. Let the film speak. Like, share, subscribe. Holla at your dogs. And now, let's get back to Championship Sunday, man. I'm ready to get in your tail, boy. Come on with it.
Championship Sunday, man. Championship Sunday. Of course, you know, it's Super Bowl Sunday. I know at this time, right about now, a lot of y'all are getting prepared. A lot of y'all are getting ready. You know what I'm saying? You getting your living room set up. You know what I'm saying? You got your people, they cooking in the kitchen. They getting the dips ready. They putting the chips in the bowl. You know what I'm saying? Wings is still cooking. They almost done, but not quite yet. Somebody out here somewhere is on the grill. You know what I'm saying? You got the wings on the grill or whatever else you got on the grill. You got the hot dogs for the kids, though. The kids eat the hot dogs and burgers. But the grown-ups, we got the chicken.
Don't waste your good food on the kids. Hot dogs and chips.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs and chips for the kids.
Hot dogs and chips.
Hot dogs and kids. Don't waste no steaks on the kids, man.
Hey, but anyway, man, I know y'all getting situated, getting everything ready. I know y'all talking about the plans. I know you hit your peoples up like, hey, we'll be over there around like 4:30, 5 o'clock. I know the game come on at 5:30. Hey, I understand y'all got all that going on, but before y'all leave, y'all need to listen to this here because me and Willie Jack about to jump into this game for you. Of course, everybody know who's playing, man. If you are a football fan, if you are in here today, I know y'all are football fans, so I know y'all know who's playing. We got the Chiefs versus the Eagles, man.
Hey, they might have thought it was the Steelers versus the Rams, but don't worry about that. It's the Chiefs versus the Eagles.
And I'm glad you brought that up. You want to know why?
Why?
Because until that clock hits 0-0-0, y'all know who the champs? We still the champs. Until that clock says 0-0-0 and that game is over, I'm celebrating. And I'm going to keep my jersey on because we the champs. I don't care what's going on. I'm a champ until y'all tell me otherwise. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the name of the game, and that's how we're going to do it today. You know what I mean?
Let me do some math for y'all. The season to this point is about, what, 21 weeks long? The champ season been over for about 17 weeks. The champ season been over for a minute.
Hey.
But yeah.
It is what it is, man. We'll back, man. It's about time. Let's jump in the game. Like I said, man, we got the Chiefs and the Eagles. First and foremost, talk to me about your keys for the games, man, and let me know who you got winning in this game.
Okay. Wow. But before I just dive into the win,
Okay.
keys for the game for sure. So offensively there's no secret sauce for the Chiefs.
Right.
And so Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. If these guys are going, these guys are rolling, then honestly, that's what's going to make or break this game for the Chiefs. I don't think the Eagles secondary is going to have much trouble with CBS and Juju offbeat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't anticipate that they're going to have much trouble, honestly, with that front line, that front five in Isaiah Pacheco, who I like, man. I respect you, homeboy. But Isaiah Pacheco and Clyde Edwards.
Is he playing?
Well, you know what? And honestly, well, the Chiefs came out and said that they designated no one with an injury designation for this game, so everybody is supposedly available. Well, I think the only one was Miko Hardman, who's I think he's officially like out, but everybody else who was on the active roster is listed as active. And so, but honestly, I think this game, outside of Travis Kelce and Patty just being Patty, I think the Eagles have a good enough answer or a good enough counter for the other guys, you know what I mean, on that team. But therein lies the problem, because the greatness of MV Pat and, you know what I'm saying, homeboy Kelce is that they're enough to get it done. And so what do they do for them? Because if we're looking at that Eagles defense, or when I look at that Eagles defense, it's stacked from top to bottom, but the soft spot in that defense would be that second line, that middle line, TJ Edwards and Kaiser White. Now, these guys had great years. Probably both those guys, I would imagine, had their very best year this year, because they are so insulated in the front and in the back. Yeah. And so, now Kaiser White was a guy, I want to say from West Virginia, he was a safety. So he's a rangy cover backer. He was a big safety, and now he's a backer. And so he's a guy that he's not going to do nothing with Travis Kelce, but I guess he would be the guy that maybe has a lot of that responsibility. TJ Edwards as well, he definitely had a career year this year. I don't know if he made a Pro Bowl, but it probably was Pro Bowl caliber. But that's where this game can be won and lost, because I do expect this line to get after Patty a little bit. Now, this is going to be a heavyweight fight. That Chiefs offensive line is a top 5 line in this league. You got all-pro caliber Creed Humphrey. You've got a very good Joe Tooney. You've got a very solid Orlando Brown. And you've got a very good Trey Smith, at the other guard position. So this line is nothing at all to sneeze at. But if I've got to take that Chiefs O-line or that Eagles, I could call it Eagle defense, the Deagle. Is that a thing now?
I think we should work on that.
We work on that? All right, that Eagles defense. I'll take that Eagles front line, man, because like I said, four guys in double-digit sacks, and they got to be for the front, man. You still got Fletcher Costa, you know what I'm saying, the elder statesman of that interior. You still got Brandon Graham, another elder statesman, man, who's getting busy. He had a career year this year, 10.5 or 11.5 sacks. And then, like I said, the addition of Hassan Reddick, who Defensive Player of the Year candidate, and I think he even got a couple first place votes. So we know those names. So and like I said, there's 5 or 6 names that I can throw at that Chiefs this front blocking 5. And so I lean towards the Eagles defense everywhere except Patrick and Travis Kelce. And that's what scares me. So seeing how they handle or what they do with Kelce, and then not only pressuring Pat, but you've got to get home, because pressuring Pat kind of opens up another can of worms. Because then he gets into his funky, unathletic, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what to do with my hands. You know what I mean? But then before you know it, he broke 3 tackles or broke 3 dudes off, and then he's either throwing a 40-yard dot or he scrambles for 12 yards and picks up a third down that he shouldn't. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And so seeing how they handle that. On the other side, honestly, man, the Eagles just have to show up. Now, the thing about that is this is a young team, for one, and offensively they're a young team. All right, offensively in the skill positions they're a young team. I should say that, because their defense is full of veterans. And then that line is a pretty veteran unit as well. But this is Jalen Hurts' first rodeo. You know what I mean? Now, what I said about him earlier, I love his temperament. So I don't think necessarily that the moment's going to be too big for him, or if the moment is too big for him, nobody will know but Jalen Hurts and then his play. You know what I mean? But it won't be any telltale signs, because just the way he gets down. And so It's a young group, so if they show up and play to their ability, if the moment doesn't get too big, if they don't try to do too much, you know what I mean? So even the other side of playing scared is playing too bold, playing too aggressive. And so, like I said, if they can show up and do what they need to do, honestly, man, I really think the Eagles take it. It is assuming, like I said, that they have to show up and play ball. You know what I mean? Like, don't do too much, don't do nothing different. Show up and play ball. Show up and play consistent ball. Play the ball y'all been playing all year. Let the front four, front five guys get after the cause havoc. Those guys in the back end, James Bradbury had an excellent season this year. Darius Slay had an excellent season this year. Charles Garner Jr. had an excellent season this year. And so these guys need to show up and play basketball. Or show up and play ball. Excuse me. That's right. Show up and play ball. And so, like I said, man, I see it's 2 on 11. You know what I'm saying? It's 2 on 11, and that's a 50-50 fight because Patty and Chelsea's against the other 11 on the Eagles defense, like I said, and that's still a pick 'em. But like I said, I'm gonna go with the strength and numbers, man. I'm gonna take the Eagles to win this game.
What's your score?
I've been going back and forth on this score, man. I'm almost scared to give the Eagles 30 because that feels more like a shootout. And if it's a shootout, that favors Patty Cats. And so that's what makes me a little nervous. So I'm not gonna go 30. I'm gonna go 27. 24 feels low for Patty. No, I'm going to go 27-24. I am going to go 27-24. 27-24 Eagles, man. Eagles to pull it out. I think it's going to be one of those ones, man, where it's LeBron against the Spurs. Cleveland LeBron against the Spurs. No. Was that the Spurs and Cleveland LeBron? Yeah, I think the first one.
They went. I think they had faced each other a couple times.
Yeah, they ran it back with the Heat. But yeah, so I think it's Cleveland LeBron and the Spurs. Like say, like he puts up a strong fight. He does everything. Patty's gonna be Patty. Like I don't think that Patty's getting stopped or shut down because he's 1-1. So Patty's still gonna be Patty, but I think it's just gonna be too much to overcome. You know what I mean? So and I think that's how the Eagles hold on to get this done. And especially if they get home with that rush. But like I said, I know they're gonna make them comfortable. I know they're gonna be in the mix. They're gonna be in the screenshot. If they get home a couple of those times, and especially still now, Patty is still nursing that bum ankle. Like I said, now he's had a couple of weeks to still heal and get back to it, and he looked damn good for about 2.5 quarters in the last time we saw him. But that it gets hit or gets rolled up the wrong way, then all that progress is lost in an instant. Anybody who's dealt with a high ankle will tell you it doesn't take much to tweak it. Exactly, and a tweak might as well be ground zero when it's a high ankle. And so, like I said, so all that's still in play, man, as well. It's like that's why I've got to go Eagles on this one, man. I won't be surprised if Patty comes out there and goes Superman mode because he's Patty. You know what I'm saying? And he's one of those ones. So yeah. I will never put it past one of the ones to get it done. But if I got to bet my mama's rent money, take the Eagles.
All right, Willie Jack. He got the Eagles. And while we at it, man, if y'all in the chat, man, go ahead and let us know who y'all got.
We need predictions and scores. Come on, man.
Who y'all got, man? Who y'all got in the game? And I need y'all to, tell me y'all team, and I need the school. Put the scores and the team y'all going for in the chat, man. Go ahead and talk to us, man. Let us know what's going on because I need to know. I want to see what is going on. Willie Jack, go ahead. What's up?
Man, my auntie, Rainey, what's going on? My auntie got a prediction. She said 14-14. Game goes overtime. Eagles pull it off in overtime. Rainey, I tell you right now, go ahead and put $2 on that on somebody's parlay or something like that. Because the odds are going to be outrageous. If something like that was to happen, I don't know what type of odds you get for that.
I tell you what, if it's 14-14 in the fourth quarter with a minute left,
I hope Patty ain't got the ball.
You might want to holler it up.
Yeah, I'll pay it for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So here's my thing when it was to the game, Jack. First and foremost, I'll say the more I thought about this game, the more I felt like this could go either way. You got one team that has been considered what I call the bullies, the powerhouse team, the team that's been pretty much dominant throughout the entire year. Then you got another team also has been pretty solid. They got the same record. This is the thing. These teams got the exact same record, but it looks on film totally different in terms of how they did it. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, the Eagles, they come into the game and it's like they're going to powerhouse. They're going to use it off his line. They're going to run down your throat. And it's like, you know what we're going to do. We know what we're going to do. Pull up and stop it. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs, they creative. They make plays unscheduled. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of other things that go into what makes them good, and it's all led by Pat Mahomes. Mm-hmm. Personnel wise, the Chiefs are very, very top heavy. Okay, like the best players on the field, I don't think anybody would argue or would be Pat Mahomes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Travis Kelce would be in that mix.
Number 2.
And Chris Jones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like their top 3 guys are guys that say, you know what? Just hop on. I got it.
Mm-hmm. That's
Whereas the Eagles guys, don't get me wrong, they got some top guys, but it's more so a team.
The sum is better than the parts.
There you go.
Their sum is better than the parts.
But that's what makes it interesting because it's like Patty Mahomes can carry a team. They can. It don't matter what our weak links look like on offense. It don't matter that I don't have a true number 1 receiver. You know what I'm saying? As far as a receiver. Not talking about Kelce. Kelce is the number 1 receiver for him, but like, it don't matter that I don't have a true outside number 1 receiver. I'm Pat Mahomes.
And you know what that means? I lead the league in passing and touchdown. Boy, y'all quit playing with me.
I can get this job done no matter who's out there running routes or doing whatever for me. Andy Reid, I just need you to cook it up. I need you to get Auntie Arms cracking in the kitchen for this game here. And don't get me wrong, we already know what Andy Reid looks like when he got a little extra time. You know it's a week. It's 2 weeks before the Super Bowl. A week and a half. Well, 2 weeks before the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Andy Reid is definitely in there cooking.
Oh yeah, he's got some. He got some
stuff cooked up. So Pat Mahomes is like, Andy Reid, you just do your thing. You cook it up and watch me go to work. You know what I'm saying? Secondly, I'm not necessarily worried about the Pat Mahomes ankle because what we worried about off of a week after he freshly did it, he was still doing a lot of the things that we saw him doing, scrambling and throwing passes and all hitting key people in key moments in the game to beat the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? Like he did what he absolutely needed to do to win that game. They grinded it out and hey man, he did his thing. It's a reason why they locked Pat Mahomes up for next 10 years because, like I said, as long as Pat Mahomes is the starting quarterback of that team, their Super Bowl window is open.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? In 10 years, it wouldn't be out of the question to say the Chiefs won 3 Super Bowls in those 10 years.
And went to 8 AFC Championship games.
Wouldn't be out of the question at all.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Was this their 5th in a row? Their 5th AFC Championship appearance? Or is it 4 in a row?
I think it might be 4.
Okay, 4, yeah.
But either way, they're in position to do that every single time. Here's the other thing, too. Another thing. When you are somebody like, I know you're Andy Reid. So Andy Reid he already built his own reputation.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're another coach, signing Pat Mahomes for 10 years almost locks you in as the head coach. Because
we package deal, baby.
When because first and foremost, as long as they got Pat Mahomes, when am I gonna have a losing season?
Boom, there you go.
I ain't gonna have no losing season. We're gonna always be in contention. So essentially, I pretty much locked myself up into that position. Okay. Now let's go back and go into a little bit more of the game. Okay, and how it look. So yes, I think the Eagles are gonna bring pressure.
Okay.
But that's the thing with Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes can finds ways to get out of the pressure and hits those key throws. But I think that's going to be the difference for the Eagles in terms of them versus other teams that the Chiefs have played. When Pat Mahomes scrambles and tries to get and create time, the Eagles got the cover guys to stick with those receivers, which is going to make it harder on Pat Mahomes in this game. I think that's going to be key. Okay, which is I'll get to who I'm picking, but I think that's definitely going to be key in terms of that. On the other side of the ball, Chris Jones, you that dude, without question. I don't think there's any question or anybody in this chat would have any question about Chris Jones being that dude. It's gonna be a little too much, bro.
Oh yeah. No, he getting jumped.
Yeah, you talk, but you ain't getting jumped by just no slouches.
No.
Now that position group, the offensive line, maybe not maybe top tier. They're top tier, but what I'm saying is
that's the best line in the league. If I'm picking one line, one complete unit, I'm going in. For sure.
My point. But I'm just saying, like when I first started this off, I said, all right, who are the best players? I think everybody would kind of agree. Who are the best players? But that offensive line, they right there in that mix of those best guys.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, if we list them as a unit, then they come right after Patty and Travis. After Patty and Travis goes Eagles offensive line. And then it may go Eagles defensive line. You know what I'm saying? And then we may get Chris Jones. You know what I'm saying? Because
I think Chris Jones is right in the mix of all of them. I think so.
I don't know. I'm taking Eagles offensive line.
I tell you what, you like trench work. I'm gonna be watching that today.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I can't wait to see that as well. Because Chris Jones was a man amongst boys against that Cincinnati line. Now, there in the game, let me give you context. It was the Cincinnati line. I don't want to get too crazy. But, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about that, when you one on ones, you know what I'm saying? You don't play the competition. You step on the little kid's necks, and that's what he did. And so he's not going to go quietly. You know what I mean? So I do want to see, and I know he's going to, I think he's going to give, he's not going to give as good as he takes, but he's going to give some as well. But yeah, it's nasty in there, man. You got Big Brother Kelsey, man, Landon Dickinson should have been still. You know what I'm saying? But we know the names, man, and so there's no soft touches on that line anywhere. Is the thing. So they like to move him around. Steve Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator, does a great job moving him around. We'll see him. The key play in that Bengals AFC Championship game, he lined up at base end and got that sack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they do move him up and down that line.
He won fast too. He won.
Man,
It didn't take him long.
Embarrassingly fast.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
You're my way.
Excuse me.
I got somewhere to be.
And so, but there's no soft touches on that Eagles line, man. So it's hard playing all day long.
Gotcha. And we got a couple people came over here and picked, man. We got Miles. Miles said he got the Chiefs, man. He said 27-24. Mm-hmm. Chiefs come away with the W in this one. We got Wife in the building. What's up, baby girl? How you doing, girl? How you doing, girl? She said she got the Eagles. Give me a score, though. Come back with a score, babe. I need you to come back. I want to see that. We got Moms in the building. She say, no. She say 20 for the boat for that picture.
I get 2 for that bet. I'm not betting with you, ain't ring.
She got it. Don't worry about it. She got it. And then we got Sis in the building. Sis says 27-20 KC. Okay. Woo. Y'all going KC in the building.
My nephew Zayman, what's going on? Boy, he said my nephew got Eagles 30-27. I like it. Let's go. For sure. He's at 30-27. Hey man, we appreciate y'all, man, throwing these pictures here. Hoop Jordan. That's what I'm talking about. What's going on, man?
27-27. Pat my homeboy. What that mean? That's a tie.
This game
ain't ending in no tie.
Maybe even 28-27. Maybe even 28-27. 28-27 and going with Patty Cakes. I like it.
Right.
I like it.
Well, we're going to rock with that, man, until you correct it for us. But the last thing that I'll say in regards to this particular game is with the Chiefs, the way the style that they play defense, what they did, you watched what they did a couple weeks ago against the Bengals. They made it they're a point to say, look, we're going to double AJ. I mean, not AJ. We're going to double Chase, and we're going to double Higgins. They ain't getting nothing over the top. We know what they can do. Break the ball in both sides. We're going to do that, make them do everything else, and they're going to have to beat us that way. And the Bengals couldn't do it. The difference here is if they go try to do that with AJ or special guys on Devontae Smith, the Eagles are not short of weapons.
Oh,
no. Nowhere. Not saying the Bengals are either.
Dallas Gardner can cook, and then also if you have the safety playing so strict like that, they can't do that also in this game because this is a team that wants to run the ball.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna get to. They're going to run the ball. So if you're gonna keep those two safeties back over the top on these guys, Eagles. My offense. You gonna. We doing power all day long. Matter of fact, let's do read options. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do read options. There you go. You pick your poison. You want Miles or do you want We ain't talking about our partner Miles. We ain't talking about that.
No. We want Miles Sanders. You want Miles. You want Jalen. You want Boston Scott.
You want Gainwell.
You want Gainwell.
Who you want?
Exactly.
Pick your poison. So that's gonna be tough for the Chiefs as well. And if with those things. That is the reason why I'm going Eagles in this game as well.
Okay.
I'm going.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I thought you was going pancakes in this one. I'm not gonna lie.
No. I'm going 24 to 20 in this game. 24-20. I think the Chiefs struggle a little bit trying to really put some points on the board. Get really going. Like I said, because of those extra DBs, because of the pressure and stuff like that, it's just gonna be a little bit harder on the Chiefs. I think so. And I think the Eagles will be able to score in the way we used to see them score. We're going to see some drives where They may come up a little bit short, but we also gonna see some drives where they're gonna be like almost like I ain't gonna call them a widow machines because I already put that on.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're gonna look like bullies. They're gonna look like they moving people out of the way. Moving cars in the parking lot, moving furniture. That's what it's gonna look like on certain drives. And I think the Eagles will be able to come away with the W win 24-20 in this game.
No,
Eagles over Chiefs.
And I like that. I think the lower the score, the better that is, of course, for the Eagles because they're the superior defense. My dog who jumped back in the chat, man. He said 27-24 Eagles, and then his X factor. He's looking at. He thinks Pacheco has a big game. I'm not gonna lie, man. I did really come around on Pacheco, man. I think it was probably like week 14, one of those runs, man, where I was really okay, like, nah, man, this guy, he does run with a different style of intensity. Shout out to my dog, Zach Archie, man. He in the town, man. Kansas City's very own. He told me, man, to start this season, man, Isaiah Pacheco gives him Adrian Peterson vibes that I laughed him out the room. And then I'm not gonna lie, I got to week 14, and I'm not saying that, but I finally saw what he was saying. He runs with a different type of intensity.
He runs super hard.
He runs with a different type of intensity. And so he's thinking him to have a big day. But I don't know who, man, because Isaiah Pacheco is running into the strength of that defense or the strength of that team. That team on both sides of the ball starts in the middle with big udders. You know what I mean? Offensive line and defensive line. So they're strongest on both sides of the ball right there. And so, I mean, I don't know, man. And if he does, if Isaiah Pacheco goes crazy, then the Chiefs won this game. Because if that means the Chiefs offensive line is pulling an advantage, Holyfield, Mike Tyson level upset. Or, because I'm not going to call it a Buster Douglas, because they're a legitimate contender as well. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, Mike Tyson was thought to be favorite. So it'd be Holyfield upsetting Tyson, which is possible and plausible. We've seen it. But going into those fights, though, man, you put the money on Iron Mike.
And to be honest, like, those are the type of the guys that's going to have to show up in this game for the Chiefs to be successful in this game. Like
exactly.
Isaiah Pacheco's going to have to show up.
CBS going to have to do something.
The Jerry McKinnon's got to show up.
Juju got to get back on beat. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else is going to have to step up for sure.
They all got to step up in this game, and they got to be big for Pat Mahomes and big for this offense in order for them to be, consistent and successful in this game. So, that's what's going to be needed.
Now, I like that as an expert. I want to give my dog Real Deal, man. Real Deal, STL Sports in the building. He's got a prediction for us, man. He's taking the Chiefs 31-27. He thinks Pat gets it done with 55 seconds left. That's a very specific prediction. So if I read you right, Real Deal, Eagles got the lead. Patty gets the ball with a minute. Does he have a timeout or no? Don't matter because it's Patty. You know what I'm saying? And then they walk it down and get it done, man. Man, when you got one of them ones, I can't tell you wrong. I can't tell you that's not a bad prediction at all.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Because Pat Mahomes could very well come into this game.
55 seconds is a luxury. We've seen the boy do it with 30.
Pat Mahomes and Chris Jones could carry both sides of the ball to a W this game.
Now, I don't know if Chris Jones could carry because that Eagles offense, because they are so dynamic in the run game for sure, especially if Jalen's having a day, which is plausible as well because I like the second line of Kansas City. I like Nick Bolton, Mizume. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, dog. You know what I'm saying? And I like Billy Gay Jr. a lot. I like him a lot. I think you want to say Mississippi State. You know what I'm saying? So I like him a lot coming out as well. But I mean, I don't know if those two guys don't worry me if I'm the Eagles run game. Yeah. Or just not on their own. Like those two guys and one Chris Jones. And I've got them hogs up front. I've got All-Pro Lane Johnson. I've got All-Pro Jason Kelsey. I've got Pro Bowl Landon Dickerson. I've got left tackle. Man, my dog rep. I was about to stumble. 6'8", 360 pound.
I knew you was finna make up a name.
I was saying names, trying to think of how to say his name. My dog, exactly. So I'm betting those horses all day long. You know what I mean? I'm betting those horses all day long to get it done against one Chris Jones. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know, man. That's a tough ass. That's a tough haul. Oh, my mama even got one for us now. She got 32-17 Chiefs. And then where's your mama?
So she's
she's in the hospital. My mama got 32-17 Chiefs, and then a person she works with at the VA hospital, man, is going 32-24, also taking the Chiefs. We appreciate y'all at the VA hospital as well.
Definitely appreciate all the work that y'all do.
For sure.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Willie Jack.
Oh, before I like what my dog Hoop, man, with Isaiah Pacheco.
Oh yeah.
If you had to call out one X factor, one off-brand guy for each team to step up and make the difference, who would you call? Who would you say?
Off brand.
Yeah. So it's not Patty or Travis. You know what I mean? Not AJ Brown.
I
You know what I mean?
get you. If I'm going with the Chiefs first, I would say an off-brand guy to make plays to get them to where they need to be. I would go with the rookie. The rookie got to step up.
Sky Moore.
Sky.
Well, you went digging in the crates for that one.
That's just you asked for. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask what if you don't want it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go Sky. I think Sky has to step up and be having impact on special teams. Because no, he's the perfect return. He has to have an impact on special teams.
Turning this game exactly.
That could be big for them in this game. So I'm gonna go Sky Moore for the Chiefs.
Okay.
And for the Eagles, I'm gonna go with your boy.
Okay.
Your boy, Quiz Watkins, man.
Ooh, blast for the past. Talk about that. Feel like I ain't heard his name in a minute.
Quiz Watkins, man. I think the Chiefs are going to figure out a way to. I'm not going to say stop AJ Brown. I think he'll slow him down just a little bit to where he's not doing absolutely what he wants to do. He's going to do what AJ Brown does. But it's just not going to be to the magnitude that we've seen him perform in the past. Like we've seen AJ Brown go out and have 140-yard games, 2 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? He just murdering cats. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we see that. We maybe see like 80-yard games, something like that.
Okay.
But Quiz Watkins is going to have to show up at some point in this game, make a big catch, can be a huge X factor for this Eagles team. What about you?
I think for me, I'm gonna buy a little time. Our dog Miles, man. Our dog Miles in the chat. Shout out to the day one game, man. He's got his X factor. He's going Nick Bolton on the Chiefs defense, and then Noah Gray, one of the backup tight ends for the Chiefs as well. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, man. I like that Noah Gray name. I like that Noah Gray name as well. And then Nick Bolton, I think, does have to have a big day, especially if like we were saying, we want to keep the Eagles offense honest. And we don't want them to just sit there and just, like I said, play bully ball all day. So guys like Nick Bolton, guys like Willie Gay Jr., guys like Chris Jones and Tanner with them, guys like George Karlaftis, you know what I'm saying, the rookie DN.
Yeah, he's been solid this year too.
He's been all right. You know what I mean?
What's solid?
Well, solid is a little above all right. He's been all right. I take him down half a peg.
Excuse my dog.
You know what I'm saying? I take him down half a peg. You know what I mean?
Solid and I.
It makes sense. But I like those things. But those guys are going to have to keep their Eagles offense honest. Don't let them just run down your throat, play blue ball. And which also means don't let them keep Patty on the sideline. You know what I mean? So the biggest, next to the Eagles defense and having 11 guys on the field, the next greatest proponent of that is the Eagles offense. You know what I'm saying? If Patty, how many games have we talked about this year where one team had an extra quarter to play ball? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like time of possession. And so if they're able to play blue ball, if guys like Nick Bolton and all those, the Colossuses, Frank Clark's got to get his ass somewhere and make some money before they get him out of there. You know what I'm saying? He got a couple checks for these last 3 years. And so those guys do have to keep these Eagles offense honest because that's where you're going to have your chances. You know what I mean? Now, not to say that Jalen can't get it done or that Eagles offense can't get it done, but we have seen them be extremely explosive in the air. You know what I'm saying? Especially when AJ Brown came over and had a bad taste in his mouth. You know what I mean? To start the season. So they can get it done, but more so as a function of our run game's quicker and you can't do nothing with it. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? Now you got it's a different ball game if we have to see it just at face value. Come out here and dice this up now. You know what I mean? So I like both those names, Miles. You gave me something to work with as well, man. So I appreciate you right there. Oh, my dog Hoop Man, another comment. He said agree. He doesn't think that AJ. As far as your Quiz Watkins, he says agree. He doesn't think AJ Brown will kill today, nor will Kelsey per se. And that's if Kelsey's cooking, man, that's gonna be a tough day to offer. Not to say that the Eagles still can't win, but they gotta figure out some type of answer. And Kelsey's one of those guys as well, man, where it's almost it is almost Kobe, it is almost Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like you may not stop him from getting 30, but it's gotta be a hard 30. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is. Kobe's gonna get 30. But you know what I'm saying? Does he get 30 going 18 for 23, or did he get 30 going 9 for 9 for 23? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he had to pick up 16 free throws. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to be a hard 30 with guys like that, man. You can't stop him. You got to detain him. That's exactly what that comes from. Sure. So so I can see that, man. And so, damn. James Bradbury on the Eagles defense. James Bradbury, and I'm going to say him because I think that the Eagles, they've had 2 weeks and everybody knows what time it is. You know what I mean? And let's not forget that Nick Sirianni, head coach, boy, I said his name right the first time. Man!
I think it's the energy.
Nick Sirianni is the synergy. I'm feeding up with my dog rubbing off on me, man.
I think that's what it is, bro.
Nick Sirianni was fired from that Kansas City Chiefs team when Andy Reid came in. You know what I mean? And so, you know what? I thought he had a year to see Kelsey, but no, I think they drafted Kelsey. That was Kelsey's rookie year.
Yeah.
So never mind. I was going to say he's familiar. But the point I'm saying is everybody knows what's going on for Kelsey. So they're gonna do what they can to game plan for Kelsey. Now, if it works, that's a different story. But I'm looking for a guy like James Bradbury to take one away.
Yeah.
To get one away. Because Patty, I think, is going to be put in a position at a certain point in this game, there's going to be a little catch up. And so now he's going to have to, they're going to force the ball into one of these other guys. You know what I'm saying? CBS. You know what I'm saying? Juju Albi. You know what I mean? Jared McKinnon. Like one of these that Noah Gray, if you have. Kadarius Toney. Boom. There you go. Kadarius Toney. And so does Bradbury, is Bradbury the guy to take one away, put one back in Jalen Hurts' hands? Or is he, even if he doesn't, let's say if he doesn't go as far as take one away, is he the guy locking up is he the guy that's being the difference on why one of these other nameless off-brand guys can't make a play? Like, is he the guy to keep the lid on that box? Because I would imagine they're going to have to do some style of coverage where Darius Slay has to see a little bit of Travis Kelce today. And so that's why I'm saying James Bradbury. And so I would say James Bradbury for the Eagles, man, on defense. And then on the other side of that, man, Kadarius Toney. Boom, Kadarius Toney for the Chiefs. Because that's what you need. They don't have Tyreek. They don't have one play dynamic. They don't have a one play dynamic option or threat on that team. And the closest thing to that is a guy like Kadarius Toney. A guy that it may come from a punt return, it may come from a reverse, it may come from a screen, it may come from a 3-yard, it may come from a smoke screen, and then I make 2 guys miss and I hit the Jets, and now I'm 60 up the sideline. So does he get one of those? And like I said, with them already kind of being undermanned, man, it's 2 on 11. Somebody's got to hit one long. You know what I mean? They can't sit there. They can't single and double all day long. The Eagles can show up in this game and single and double and bat guys in.
Yeah.
Chiefs got to go yard. You know what I mean? They need somebody to go yard. And preferably with somebody on base as well. You know what I mean? So they need the big ball. They need the big play to happen. And Kadarius Toney's the only guy on that roster that I would say worries me to do so. You know what I'm saying? So I'll go Kadarius Toney. But still it all came full circle. You know what I'm saying? Had to find, you know what I'm saying? See, it all came full circle. You know what I'm saying? 4 minutes later, 12 comments. I found it.
I was worried about you for a minute.
I mean, I was scrambling. I was scrambling.
Worried about you for a minute.
Yeah,
Worried about you for a minute. But hey, man, what is that? Hey, man, that might be the first. But no, it might be. That is the first. Yeah. Yep. Let the film speak show.
Oh!
With us in the same building.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
When you moving to Dallas, my boy, that's what the problem is. That's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like.
It sounds like you need to get on your horse, boy.
We can talk about that off camera.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Hey, look, y'all. Hey.
Oh,
Daddy.
before you do that, couple
What's
last
up,
ones. Shout out to my dog Hoop, man. He says it's a great analogy. He's a Kobe head as well. So yeah, that's a soft lie for him. He's a Kobe head. So I know he's gonna like it.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I know he's gonna like it.
You playing to your audience.
Oh yeah,
I like that.
Hey, and matter of fact, man, shout out to my dog Hoop, man. Y'all check my dog out, man. He's at the Super Bowl giving coverage, man. And so my dog really in the mix, man. I'm trying.
That's what's
you know
up.
what I'm saying? I need some pointers, big dog. I need to holler at you. But yeah,
That's
he's really in the mix, man. He's out there in LA, man. He's doing his thing, man. So y'all tap in with my dog, man. Hoop Dragon Media Network, man. They on YouTube as well, man. Check my dog out. And then also, man, our dog Miles, man, the home team, man. He said he likes that Tony pick, man, for my X Factor. So appreciate the love, homeboy. And boom, boom, boom. There we go, man.
Well, look, man. What is that? I think that's it. And that's all.
That's it. That's all.
That's it. That's all. We came. We saw. We conquered.
Yeah.
We came in here and we told y'all what we was gonna do. We did. We had a little bit of fun, man. Yeah. Talking about some bold predictions and stuff. We had our few laughs about how we was.
And some of those were ugly, boy. I didn't remember them being so bad. Like
that's why this episode was designed to just be a little bit of fun, man. It was a little bit of rough, but at the same time, man, we still came back with it. We had to get y'all the Super Bowl preview. Now it's time. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna allow y'all to go so y'all can get y'all showers, get yourselves together and make moves to be where y'all need to be so that y'all can be ready for this game. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, and the chat is open.
Oh yeah, the chat definitely open.
The chat is definitely open. We need y'all in that chat. talking, and the video ain't over yet either. I need y'all to still like, share, and subscribe. I know it's gonna be y'all in here, man. I'm watching y'all.
Sure.
I saw y'all. Y'all in here. Y'all think it's all good. Y'all think it's free. No, it's like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to do that. But Willie Jack, I think it's about time you bring us on.
Hey, look, that's it. That's all, man. Today, man, this is the last day of the official 2022 NFL season. Officially comes to a close today, man. So, what better way to go out for a bang for me and my dog, man? My dog made it down to Dallas. And came here and kicked it with your dog, man, right here live and full of flesh, man, live in the flesh, man. And like he already told you we did, man. We came in, we saw what we had to do, and man, we got it done. So definitely appreciate that, man. One more time for them sponsors, man. I'm talking about the three amigos, man. That's like, share, subscribe. I'm talking about Prospect Precision Paint, man. Atlanta-based paint and drywall restoration company, man. Now it's Atlanta. Don't play yourself on, boys. 2022. Plain Trainer Automobile, they can get to you. Look them guys up online, man. Do excellent work. YouTube, Facebook, all major platforms, man. Prospect and Precision Painting, man. Highlight those, man. Good business does good business sells itself, man. So don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. Real deal STL Sports, man. Holding us down. Our dog Skinny in the building as always, man. Tap in with my dog. Real deal STL Sports one more time. Now they get into a wide range of topics, man. Now it is more so. It does have a St. Louis area flavor or feel because, you know what I'm saying, that's where they're based out of. But, man, they get into a lot of stuff over there, man. They touch a lot of sports topics, man, football, baseball. They touch the big three, football, basketball, baseball, and they really dive into high school sports. If you're a high school sports fan, especially in the greater St. Louis metro area, that's where you need to be. I'm telling you, rankings from they go through every class over there. I don't know how they do it, for one. They go through every class. They know every player. They know every matchup for the last 3 years. You know, they get heavy into it, man. So very good content over there. No Vultures, the podcast. Oh, No Vultures, the podcast as well, man. Holla at my dog, Brother Red, man, Joseph Kenny, man. We appreciate the love, homeboy. Tap in with my dog, man. Eclectic range of topics, man. My dog gets into sports, all the big ones, man. He's a big boxing fan. I say it every week, man, because I'm a huge boxing fan behind football. He gets into boxing, he gets into football, he gets into basketball and baseball. And then also, man, he also gets into he's a big music head, man. He's a big hip hop head, so he gets into
that culture.
Exactly, man. So he gets into music a lot as well. So it's a wide range of topics over there, man. Holla at my dog as well, man. There's No Vultures, the podcast. Check my boy out, man. Also, man, Stink Prints. Now I'm talking about you need shirts, man. You need them pressed up. Your niece got a recital. Your nephew got a baseball game, man. He needs shirts for the team. Stink Prints. You can find them online as well. I'm pretty sure. And so, man, you know what, man, we'll get some information, man, and we'll put that, we'll maybe try to drop that in the chat, man. My dog, he's working on it, man. But Steve Press, man, how like them, like I said, man, pressing up all your vinyl shirts and presses and all that good stuff right there, man. No Balls, No Glory, man. How like those guys, man. I'm going to go the long way, man. This is the last one. I'm sorry, dog.
Do your thing, bro.
No Balls, No Glory, man. You can find those boys on YouTube as well, man, getting real busy on Thursdays. Thursdays, they go live, man. Baseball flavor over there, man. Baseball, basketball, football as well. But they get in. It's a more of an even balance. I feel like a lot of times baseball is baseball is your third child. You know what I mean? Yeah. You love them the same, but sometimes they fall by the wayside. They better not go. But no, not over there, man. So if they've got a strong baseball presence. Very knowledgeable content over there as well, man. Hey, I'm scrambling for y'all, man. Y'all know the love is real, man. Who else we got, man? Man, hey.
You might hit him with
hey, man. Oh, man. All right. Y'all know what's going on, man. If you rock with us, man, you know we rock with y'all, man. Any love we get, man, to give it right back, man. One more time, my dog, Who Jargon, man. I'm telling y'all, man, go check my dog out, man. Now, I will warn y'all, man, before I send y'all over there, man. He's a Cowboy fan. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna play with your homeboy. He's a Cowboy fan, man. But nah, man, he knows his stuff, man. That's a professional journalist right there, man. And like I said, he out there at Super Bowl right now getting busy. That's attacking with my dog, man. Hey, other than that, man, the members was in the building, Chop. I ain't forgot about y'all either, man. The members in the building, man. Our dog Tom was in the building, man. The home team was in the building, man. Sis, my mama, auntie, man. Our dog Miles was in the building, man. Man, I'm looking for you. Our dog, my auntie was in the building, man. Man, y'all know the names. I lost my voice. I'm excited to see the game, man. Man, hey, y'all can say it with me, man. One more time for the last time, man, for the regular season. If I forgot to say your name, charge it to my head, man. Don't charge it to my heart. You know we thinking about you, big dog. We appreciate all the love and support, man. We mean that, man. We say the same thing every time we close out, bro, because we mean it, bro. We mean it, bro. We appreciate all the love support, man. Especially everybody that been rocking with us a long way, man. Can't say thank you enough. Hey, y'all have fun. Y'all be safe, man. I know y'all been tuned in like that. You forgot the reels on the drill, big dog. Go get that handle. You know what I'm saying? Go get that handle, bro. Go take care of that. You know what I'm saying? You been tuned in. You been like that, man. You don't know what your kids that broke in the back wrong. Go handle that, big dog. And then after you handle your business, man, find your favorite seat on your favorite couch, man. Find your favorite adult beverage at the end of that sort of thing, and tune in for a good game. And get your ass in the chat, boy, because I'm giving out work today too, man. Get in the chat, man. We're gonna be in there real live, man, doing our thing, man, getting real jiggy. So we appreciate our love support. Super Bowl Sunday, man. Y'all have fun. Y'all be safe. Peace.
Peace.